Hey guys, how's it going? Just going to do a quick audio check and then we'll go ahead and get started. Hey guys, how's it going? Just going to do a quick audio check and then we'll go ahead and get started. Okay, awesome. So that sounded pretty good. Go ahead and share my screen here. Yeah, so basically we are going to pick up where we left off. With this announcer bird, we were working on the lip syncing. Something I forgot to do was send the link to my channels really quick. So let me do that real quick here. So gonna be working on the lip syncing for the character, and getting this announcer bird finished up. So we're getting there, almost there, but just got a few more things left to do. And then from there we'll start working on our scene, getting everything combined, and just do the fun part, which is just getting all the animation done, making sure to match it up with all of the lip syncs, making sure to get the timing right, and yeah, just getting everything finished up. So it's been I wasn't able to get as much done over the weekend as I was hoping, so I'm going to use this week to get stuff done, but the work days have been extremely long, and so this is basically me starting now. I basically just got finished with work, so yeah. So let's go ahead and see where we're at. I'm going to make sure that my audio's on so that you guys can hear what's going on as well for the lip syncing.
Next up on Dancing with the Birds, we're going to take a look at the red cap mannequin, known for its signature Michael Jackson moonwalk.
Okay, so the first thing that I was going to do is fix the eyes. So we're going to go to the bone for that. Let me just make sure, first off, that I'm on the right file. Yeah, so that is the latest one, so 27. And then the next thing that I need to make sure is, I don't think we wanted to have any rotation yet for this bone, if I recall. So we were working on the different, making sure that the eyes are going up with the accents and all these things. So I made sure to, right here, mark the key spots that we want to show more emotion in our character.
Next up on Dancing with the Birds, we're going to take a look. Next up on Dancing with the Birds.
Okay. So we're going to start him off with his eyebrows lowered. So he's kind of got more of a serious look.
Next up on...
Probably not that low. That's actually really low. So probably about halfway. And then right about here where he's saying dancing with the birds, we're going to raise the eyebrows up. So he's very excited there. See how that looks.
Next up on Dancing with the Birds.
So right about there, we'll have him lower his eyebrows once again to kind of the same position.
Next up on Dancing with the Birds, we're going to take a look at the red cap.
And something else I'd like to do as well is, as his eyebrows are going down, maybe make sure that the down part of his eyes when he's kind of like squinting. So we'll zoom in here a little bit better. Where he's squinting, making sure that those keyframes also match. So to do that, what I'm going to do is real quick find where that bone. Okay, so it's here, and then for this bone it is here. So I'm just going to go ahead and just drag those over. Whoops. Let's go ahead and just delete all these first. So I'm going to delete all the keyframes in between because they don't really do anything.
Next up on Dancing with the Birds, we're going to take a look at the red cap.
And so again, so he's going to say red cap mannequin. So his eyebrows, we'll have them go up again. So we'll go ahead and
We're going to take a look at the red cap mannequin.
So right about there, we'll have his eyebrows go down again. I need to make sure that because I'm animated on 2s that I'm on odd numbers here. So we'll just take a look at that portion there.
Cap mannequin, known for its...
Oops.
We're going to take a look at the red cap mannequin, known for its signature Michael
And then
Jackson
same thing. Just make sure to raise his eyebrows up.
walk.
And just need to make sure that I copy and paste the frames from before over to there.
Jackson moonwalk. Next up.
Okay. All right, so let's take a look really quick at just what we did here without bones in the way and just see what it looks like.
Next up on Dancing with the Birds, we're going to take a look at the red cap mannequin, known for its signature Michael Jackson moonwalk. Next up,
Let's see, there was one that we missed.
Known for its...
I'll see what it looks like, but we could probably add another eye rotation in, or another eyebrow raising. Right about here.
Known for its signature Michael Jackson moonwalk. Next up on...
Okay. And the next thing that we did too, I believe, is we added emotions. Yes, we did. So that would be the next thing, is just adding emotions into the character's face with his eyebrows where they go up and down. So here we can leave kind of at its default. So I'm just going to go ahead and create a keyframe until we need to change that.
Next up on Dancing with the Birds. On Dancing with the Birds.
What I could probably do is just kind of experiment a little bit and just see what it looks like if I just made his eyes kind of not really sad, but just kind of move them a little bit. Let's just see what that looks like.
Up on Dancing with the Birds, we're going to take a look at the red cap mannequin, known for its signature Michael Jackson moonwalk. Next up on Dancing with the Birds, we're going to take a look at the red cap mannequin, known for its signature Michael Jackson moonwalk.
I think having one on signature is too much for all the eyes going up and down. So I'm going to go ahead and take that out.
For its signature.
Maybe instead of his eyes going up and down, I can do something like that.
Known for its signature Michael Jackson moonwalk.
No, because I already had that. So for the most part, I kind of like how it is, just to keep it simple.
Next up on Dancing with the Birds, we're going to take a look at the red cap mannequin, known for its signature Michael Jackson moonwalk. Next up on Dance...
I think that looks fine for now. So good. So right now we got the animation for the bird now, which is good. So we got the lip syncing, we got the character expressions and all of that.
Next up on Dancing with the Birds, we're going to take a look at the red cap mannequin, known for its signature Michael Jackson moonwalk.
Okay, and I think that looks pretty good. So let's go ahead and let's save that. Okay. Now the next thing would be, I still need to create like a title. So they're talking about Dancing with the Birds, and so it's going to be this make-believe show for this animation. So let's go ahead. Let's check out our TV setup, and I'll try to refresh my mind on what I did for that. So it's going to be under assets. I got a bunch of announcers, so I'm going to go ahead and move all of those to my Z folder. and just kind of reduce my everything here. Bird mouth rig. Let me just see what that was. Oh, that was something else. Okay. So that was when I was just practicing with bird mouths and trying to get, oops, did I just move the wrong one? Yeah, I did. So go ahead and just move that in. All right, so looking at the TV. So this is the TVs that we have that we're animating. Or not animating, but this is the designs for those TVs. And so TV front. So everything is going to be inside of this TV as far as the character and everything. So what I can go ahead and do, what I could go ahead and start doing is setting up the this part of it. So I'm going to go ahead and hide. Let's see. I'm trying to think the best way to go about this. I'm going to create a new save. I'm going to call this TV front. And then I'll just put announcer in there just so I know that that is what contains the announcer. And then I'm going to go ahead and delete the TV side from this file. And I'm trying to think about the best way to do this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this inside of a group folder so I can scale the entire thing and not have to scale things individually. So this is going to be basically scene 1. And then from there, let's go ahead and grab our announcer character. What I want to do though is I don't want to grab this actual file. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the reference of that file. So I'm going to go to Moho object. I'm going to go to the one that I just made and grab both the sound and the character itself. Import as reference or import by reference. It's going to import all of my bones, everything, all the animation as well, the audio itself. And I'm going to take both of those, and I think, let's see, what's the best way to do this? I think probably the best way to do this is to create a new folder, and I'll see if this is the best way to do this, but create a new folder and name this announcer and put all of my assets into that folder. So now I have my scene 1 where I can scale and control everything. And then I have the announcer folder, which will contain the bird, and then the TV folder. So I'm going to go ahead and put the announcer behind the TV. Oops, not in it. Behind it, because he will be behind the TV, making sure I'm still within that folder. Okay, and so now from here, all I'm going to do is just scale everything to... Let's see how this scales actually all together first. Okay, so it is using that pivot point, so that's okay. What I'm going to do is, because I'm moving all this as an entire scene, I'm going to move it to its center bottom here. So right here, just kind of eyeballing it. So right about there. I don't know if it there. Yeah, I did save it. Actually, you know what? That's probably not a good idea. Let's go ahead and let's center it on the actual TV screen itself, because that's what we're going to be scaling from. Yeah, I mean that'll work for now. Okay, so when we're first looking at this, I'm trying to figure out how I want to set up the initial part. If I want to have it like this, or if I want the entire screen to be the TV show. I'm trying to think. What do I want to do for that? I think what will be good is initially just having the entire thing as the TV show. So if I scale it to the size of the TV, and then as it's maybe playing out, have it pan back, maybe. Let's try this. Let's do this initially, so I can fix all of the parts falling out of the side of the screen there. So to fix that, let's see. I'm trying to think what I would do actually to fix that. Let me see really quick how this, if I can do any sort of masking on this scale with all the folders. I'll just call this base. And I don't know if this is going to work. I've actually never done it this way before. So we will see. So I'm just going to create kind of a background, and I'm going to just give it a really bright color so I can see it. So that's the base. And then let's go ahead and jump into our masking, hide all. Okay, so we got our assets inside of our TV that need to be seen. So let's not mask that layer. Oh, that actually worked pretty good. Cool. So basically what I did, for those that aren't familiar with masking, is so I masked this group, the main group, and then your the base, so this is the shape that I created here, is going to be the mask. And then everything is going to be inside of that mask, meaning it's not going to be outside of that base, besides whatever that is. I don't even know what that is. It looks like it maybe didn't mask the body. I'm not sure. But yeah, so that works for what we were trying to do. So if I was to move this character a little bit to where he'll be operating properly within this scene, then I think we'll be good. I think that might be a good idea. Maybe I can do background or something, but we'll see. So when it plays out,
next up on Dancing with the Birds, we're going to take a look. Next up on Dancing with the Birds, we're going to take a look at the red cap mannequin, known for its signature Michael Jackson moonwalk.
So my idea of what I was thinking of doing is I'm going to do all of the motion graphics and stuff in Moho. But I was going to have like a picture of the bird pop up here so you know who your contestant is. If I had more time, I would have done like an actual profile of the bird, of like some goofy picture of the character's face, and then it cuts to the shot of the bird dancing.
Next on Dancing with the Birds. Next up on Dancing with the Birds.
But what I'm going to do first off is I'm going to fix my mask. So that base, just dragging all the parts there. Make sure, whoops. That's weird. So let's go ahead and just center everything. So I'm just dragging all the parts in for the back. This won't be the background, but for now, it'll work fine for what we're trying to do. So let's go ahead and do that. Let me start importing different assets for my motion graphics and what I want to do there. Again, if I want to scale this, I can either scale the TV, which I'll most likely do, or I can scale it with the camera. But I'll just move it with the layer itself. I'm trying to think. Looking for a font would be good. So I'll look at like Dancing with the Stars for reference, and then try to find something similar for Dancing with the Birds. So we'll kind of do some motion graphics. So we finished up our rig basically for this character, and I guess we'll do some motion graphics. But real quick, let me play this out one more time.
Next up on Dancing with the Birds, we're going to take a look at the red cap mannequin, known for its signature Michael Jackson moonwalk. Next up on Dancing with...
So while I'm getting all those resources, I'm going to go ahead and export this as well. We'll just call this TV test, just so I know what it is, and put that in the bird video. Okay. All right, so that's got to export, but I could do animation and keep on working while that's exporting as a separate thing there, which is really cool. And so the next thing I'll do is I will go to my resources. So Dancing with the Stars. Let's get the logo. Dancing with the Star. Okay. Logo. Okay, so I guess that's what it is. And I won't be doing any fancy type of words or anything. It'll be all in Moho, so it's got to be fairly simple. Let's go to fonts. The font. I think that's one of them. The font. It's been a while. Yep. So I'll grab my font. I'm trying to think what else. Dancing with the Stars. I'm just going to grab this one. And we'll take a look at what that font is. I don't know if I have any font finders that'll work for...
Next up on Dancing with the Birds, we're going to take a look at the red cap mannequin, known for its signature Michael Jackson moonwalk.
So something I'm noticing...
Next up on Dancing with the Birds,
is the mask.
We're going to take a look at the red cap mannequin, known for its signature Michael Jackson...
Mask looks really bad. So I'll have to go back and fix that in my own time. But I'll have to figure out how to fix it first. But that looks kind of crappy, especially if this was zoomed in more. If this took up like the full screen, that would look really bad. So I'll have to fix that. But as far as the font thing that I have here, that's Roboto. What? That can't be right. I have that font on my computer. So let's see if that's actually the case. So this is done. So again, everything's going to go inside my scene. And the text and all that is going to go inside the TV. So I need to make sure I'm in the right things. What I'm going to do is I'm going to call this... let's see. Let's see if this keeps everything grouped right. I'm going to call this TV. I'm going to make sure that this is not, for some reason it's masking. That's weird. Mask. Okay. Why is that masking? So I'm going to double click. No masking. I figured. Okay, I'm not going to add a group to that because it's just going to make it more difficult to... So when I rendered it, it was actually there. But when I put it in the group, for whatever reason, it shows it is not there. So I'm just going to add the text first. So the first one is dancing, all lowercase. And again, here's the font. This is Roboto. That cannot be right. Maybe it is. Maybe it's bold because there's regular. Let's take a look at it again. This actually could be its own font as well. I didn't really think about that. Yeah, I don't think that's right. So what we'll do is we'll try to look for a similar font best I can. Let's see if we can just get the Dancing with the Stars font. Oh, what do you know? Same website. For Dancing Stars, Helvetica looks like almost an exact match. Well, Helvetica is Apple's version of Microsoft's Arial. So is it Arial? Arial Black? I'll be darned. It is. Okay. It's Arial. It is just Arial. I don't know how I didn't recognize that. All right, so I'm going to do an Arial bold. So we got dancing. And then I'm trying to remember how they did it. Oh, they got with the and then stars, so kind of shrunk it down there. So dancing, so that's going to be, let's just get that color. It's a very dark black. We'll add something to it to make it not completely black. And then we got with the and stars. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the actual font. So I'm going to go back. Just close that because I have that font. So I'm going to grab the actual logo from Google. So this one right here. So this is a PNG, it looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and copy it. And with the new Moho feature, I can just go ahead and paste it straight in and call this Dancing with the Stars logo. And I can go ahead and just put it into my images folder. And I'll just create a new folder here so I can keep track of it. So this could be logo. Just go ahead and save that in there. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a folder for the logo because I'm going to need to do some masking and all sorts of stuff. But I'm going to call this logo. I'm going to move this over to the side. And then I'm going to grab my actual things that I'm using. Oops, that's inside of a mask. Crap. Okay, so I'm not going to mask anything right now. Just go back to my masking and not mask anything so I could do this properly. Go back to the logos and just try to match everything up pretty close, like as close as I can. In terms of the size. So it looks like it's I forgot the what do you call it? The leading. I think it's the leading. So I'm gonna go ahead and hide those so I can see the actual font. And I think it's the leading that's oops. That can't be right. What's this doing? I mean, worst case scenario, I have to create this in Photoshop, but let's see if we can do it in Moho. I just don't know why that's not working. Oh, it's the kerning. Okay. All right, so I'm going to do my best to eyeball this. So if I'm looking at the G on that side, the G's fairly close. I don't think I'm going to get a good result, though, with Moho's kerning. But it's going to be something like that. Yeah, it's not exact, but I might have to fix that. But if you're watching and all you have is Moho, then this is basically as close as you'd be able to do it. It also looks like the font itself from the top is a little squished. Again, it scales from the middle, so I probably can scale it from yeah, let's just scale it from the middle. Let's just get it take so long. So it does look like it's a little squished there. Maybe bring that out a little bit more. Is that an option in here? No, it's not. Justification, size relative to text. Nope. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and delete these two because I need to make a duplicate of the kerning for the following text. So there's dancing. Let's go ahead and hide that. Okay, so there's dancing. And then we're going to go to with the, whoops, I did that wrong again. What I want to do is oh, did I duplicate that? I did. I think I did that right. Nope, I didn't. Okay, so I'm going to duplicate that. I'm going to call this with the. It's going to keep the same kerning now. And I just need to reduce the size. For some reason, this is also showing up as like a transparency. Nope, it's fully. I probably just need to make it all the way black. Do the same thing for this one. Make it completely black for now. And again, I'm going to go to this text here. I'm going to shrink it down. And again, it's shrunk down just a tiny bit more. And that's probably as close as I can get it. And need to reduce that a little bit. So I'm just going to take a look and see how that looks. That looks okay. And the last part is going to be the birds. So dancing with the Birds. There's really not much to this logo, really. Let's see. Let's just match up the S. And we'll hide that so I can actually see what I'm doing. And we'll bring that down, not too much. I don't like the way that looks. So maybe something like that. And then we can put like feathers or something. We can do something fancy with the logo. I'm not really sure yet. Okay, so I'll go ahead and I can go ahead and delete the actual logo now because we have our own. And I'm gonna go ahead and let's find the center point for this folder. Go ahead and shrink that down. Okay, so because I have these on separate, these texts separately, I can animate these separately as well. And because I have it in a group, I can have it as a mask as well. So I'm trying to think what Dancing with the Stars, its title card thing looks like. So let's go ahead and look for a YouTube video. Dancing with the Stars. I've actually never watched the show in my life, so I don't really know what.
Fish.
Let's see. What do they call them? Opener, title, opening titles. I just want to see how it transitioned, just so I can get kind of an. Okay, so it's like a sweep. So if I do this frame by frame, you got your little glitter thing, and then it sweeps. I won't be able to get that motion blur effect, but I probably can do something with gradients, so it kind of gives something similar to it. So yeah, we'll just see what we're able to do, and I might need. Let's see. Now that I learned a little bit more about blending, I could probably do something with blending with that as well. All right. So we got Dancing with the Birds. Let's go ahead and let's give this a better background. It does have to be something lighter than this bird itself. So, so let's see. Maybe I do it from that layer. So let's go ahead and just kind of pick a color. I don't want to do something plain, so I don't want to really do anything with, let's try, oh, that's a gross yellow. Let's see if I can get a decent yellow in there. So I'm just going to go through and see what kind of color I can get. I can do like a purple. That'll be kind of weird though. Maybe like a magenta type of color. I don't know. I don't really like those colors. Let's do that one for now, just so we can kind of settle on a color pretty quick here. And the next thing that I'm going to do, so for the mask, I have to think this through. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a mask for the entire thing. So to do that, I'm going to call this mask. And I'm going to call this base. So actually, you know what? The text itself would be the base. I have to think here. I haven't done it with text before, so I might need to make. I'm going to create duplicates of all this text and just move it to the bottom. Because now what I need to do is, let's see. Let's go ahead and let's just put this inside of a group. Let's duplicate that group, duplicate that layer rather. Text copy. And what I need to do is I need to turn this text into vector. So I'm just going to move the text to the very bottom, just outside of that. I'm going to call this my text. Well, actually, this doesn't need to be in a group. So I'm just going to move this out of a group again. Just move this back into logo. And let's see. And then I'm going to go to convert to vector. So all of these are now going to be converted to vector. I don't know why it moved it off like that, but hopefully it does it for all of them in the exact same way. No, it doesn't. So I'm going to convert all this to vector and move those back all into place again. Because unfortunately I didn't know I was going to do that. So let's go ahead and line this back up one more time. Shouldn't be too big of a deal unless it got rid of my... No, that looks fairly normal. So I'm going to bring in all of the things one more time here with the... And then birds. Oh, wait. It's right there. Oh, duh. This is the same font. What is going on? Okay, so that's the text copy. Why did it change? Okay, so it actually changed the size when I changed it to vector. It changed the size of my actual text. I wasn't expecting that. Oh, this is giving me really weird results. The undo is not working. I'm just trying to move the angle back to normal. Okay. So the scale, let's go ahead and scale that up. Yeah, I didn't keep the, what do you call it? Didn't really keep anything. It kept the kerning, so that's good, because that would be crappy to try to fix again. But as far as this, yeah. Dang, I don't know what it did. That's really weird. Gotta fix the scale. And same thing here. Man, I wish the undo would work. This is really kind of frustrating. The undo is not working at all. It keeps on jumping to other things. And my contacts are going blurry, which usually means I'm getting tired, which is great. Okay, so that's close enough. I'm not going to worry about it too much right now. Okay, so there's the logo again. So let's go ahead and let's bring, so the logo is part of, oh, that's probably why, because it was a thing there. Let's go ahead and let's center that one more time. Man, where is it centering? I'm trying to fix the origin point. It keeps on getting way offset. So I'm just going to put it there for now. There's no animation to this, but it keeps on wanting to jump off screen there. Okay, so there we go. So we're back to where we were, dancing with the birds. And, oh, you know what? I probably didn't need to make those into vectors. I'm not sure. But I'm going to do a, the mask. I'm going to do my, oh, that's why I was going to do vectors. Okay, I forgot. All right, so the text, I'm having kind of a brain fart right now. Sorry. Let's try this. So I'm going to go ahead and create this shape first. So I'm just going to create basically just a thing here. How am I going to do this? So I want to do, I'm going to do a gradient. So I'm going to select this. I'm going to do a gradient. I'm going to go linear. I'm going to set its first color the same as the last color there. So it's going to be exactly the same. So I'm going to double click this, select that same color, and I'm going to put it completely transparent. Let's see if that works. I don't know if this will read properly. Looks like it is. If I render this, it might not. I don't know why that's not reading properly. Dang it. That's basically my idea of how I would think I could kind of do like a motion blur. But I don't know if this is going to work. Well, let's put it into a mask and let's just see what the results are. So that's going to be mass. Yeah, so that's kind of working. Nope, sort of. Might be missing something here. Oh, allow transparency. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Okay, so now we kind of we'll be able to kind of get a motion blur type of effect. I just got to figure out where the thick part of this thing is. Okay, so it's really kind of weird. Let's go back to our gradient. Okay, so let's just adjust. So I'll just adjust the gradient of where I can adjust that to. I cannot see this. I just need to create a new color really quick just so I can see the difference. Delete. I'm just going to create this into a red just so I can see it better. See what it's doing. Oh, why is it going opposite? I don't understand that. So this is linear, radial reflective angle. Yeah, I want it linear. Why is this not working right? Is this the main? Oh, I'm getting really weird results. This is not working like I thought it would. Let's see how it... Okay. So these... Dancing. I thought I could get this to show up. Let's see. There's something that I'm missing here. I'm not getting right. So clear the mask, then add this layer to it. Is that what I'm thinking? Birds? No. Add to mask but keep invisible. That's for birds. It's very difficult when things are... Oh, it's not inside of a mask. Never mind. Oh, there we go. See, that's what I'm trying to get. What did I do? Okay. What did I do? What was that? Birds. Whoops. Add to mask but keep invisible. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. So I'm going to do the same thing for these. So I'm going to add to mask but keep invisible. And then I'm going to use this mask once I can figure out which way it's supposed to be going. There we go. And then that's how I'll bring it in, just kind of like how they have it. So let's see what color. Why is it red? So let's go back and let's make this black or whatever it was. Whoops. Oh, that's why it completely changed everything. That's weird. So I'm going to do black. Or maybe that's how I had it. So that's the best way I can think of to have it work that way. So what I'm going to do now, because I don't think I can animate. Can I animate this shape moving? I don't think I can. Oh, you can.
Next.
Whoa, that's cool. That's pretty good. I guess that's cool that you can animate the shape. I didn't think you could. I was gonna use the actual square itself, but so what we can do is basically do this. Just have it from one side. Let's see. Click on a shape to select it. Shift to select different shapes. That's weird. Okay, so I'm using the select shape tool apparently.
Next up on
So if I just time this to the talking.
Next up on Dancing with the next up on
Just go ahead and create my keyframes.
Next up on Dancing with the Birds.
And then I would just dancing. Let's see, this is add to mask but keep invisible. There we go.
Dancing with the Birds. Dancing with the
Oh gosh, it's not even showing it now. Maybe I have to be in the mask.
Dancing with Birds. Next up on Dancing with the Bird.
Yeah, so this is just kind of a default background right now. I have to figure out what background's actually going to look good. I might need to add a texture background or something that I don't make because it's just
Next up on Dancing with the Birds.
Okay, so when I'm watching this, I don't think it's going to show me in the actual real time on the playback of what the animation is.
Next
unless I'm on the mask.
Up on Dancing with the Birds.
So
on Dancing with the Birds.
So I just want to have this completed before he finishes saying his thing. And then let's see if I can do this. Let's see if I can add a Bezier to this, because if I could, that'd be pretty cool. That doesn't look like it. Yeah, I don't think I can do Bezier. So I'm going to try what I was going to do before. I'm not going to animate this mask. That's not going to give me a lot of results. So I'm going to be animating the actual square or rectangle, whatever I got here, moving along. Let's see. So it's going to go this way. Oh, how's that going to show up? Okay, so I gotta fix my actual gradient. Let's go to mask. Why is it way over there? Let's undo that. So I'm just gonna add it to. Let's see. I think here. Is that how I would do it? So when I animate this mask, that's where the opaqueness is, and this is where all the transparency is. So as it's going over, I think that should work. Let's maybe drag it out a little bit, move it over a little bit more. I don't know. I'll just have to test it. So now when I animate the actual mask,
next up on.
So I just go. Let's go ahead and create our keyframes first. So have everything off screen.
Next up on.
So when it says dancing,
next up.
Let's actually have this a lot closer. So like there.
Next up.
What am I doing? Gosh. Okay, so there's my
Dancing
keyframe.
with the Bird.
And then it's pulling in.
Next up on Dancing with the Birds.
And as you can see, I need to take off the GPU acceleration. I was gonna say.
Next up on Dancing with the Birds.
Yeah, I think that's okay. And then
on Dancing
with the Birds. Maybe take down the opacity or the whatever it is a lot more. The streak. This thing. So just pull that closer. And that might be better.
Dancing with.
It still looks very harsh. It's a straight up square. So I got to pull this in further. Yeah, what am I thinking? Okay, so now I gotta fix that. So this has gotta be here. And then...
Next up on Dancing with the...
That looks okay. Well, the cool thing is, though, is now I have the ability to edit the Bezier and give myself a little bit more control over my motion. So this is the x-axis. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and separate this and just have the x-axis highlighted. And so now what I can do is I can play with my timing. Oops, let's go ahead and bring that back to 0. So I'm going to create my start point for my timing just to get it right. So control and then right click, control and then, or control left click, control right click to set your in and out points.
On Dancing with the Birds, on Dancing with the Birds.
I'm just go ahead and turn that off. And so now I can adjust how that comes in. So kind of got a little bit of S. So it's going to start off slow, speed up, and then slow back down. I might need to move this a little bit closer. Let me hear with the audio.
Dancing with the Birds, on 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 Dancing with the Birds.
Too fast.
Dancing with the Birds.
Okay, so I think that's pretty good. So let's go ahead and turn those off.
Next up on Dancing with the Birds.
Let's see. Let's go ahead and just look at this like we would if it was vinyl. Hit my eyedropper tool.
We're going to take a...
Oops.
Next up on Dancing with the Birds, we're going to take a look at the red cap.
I don't really like how that looks, but that's basically how you would do it. You would be able to get a lot more cooler result if you're using After Effects or something, but this is not a motion graphics software. So
next up on Dancing with the Birds.
From there, what I could probably do is I could animate it with another mask, and I can do like a shine, kind of like the shine that goes across. That again is just gonna be a mask. There's a couple of things I could do. Let's just do that, just so it has a little extra something. Let's go ahead and rejoin these dimensions. Make sure we're on frame 0. I'm just gonna create a new mask. I'm just gonna call it shine. Come on now, shine. And what I can probably do, let's go ahead and make these letters gold. So to make the letters gold, I have to make the mask itself this gold. Let's see if I can find a golden color. And again, I have to keep in mind all of the colors as well, so that they don't just kind of blend into one another. Yeah, so I can't really do much with shadows. You're kind of limited as well when it comes to using like drop shadows and stuff that make them look good in Moho. So that's probably not a good idea. The more effects that I add into this as well, the longer the render time. So there's also that to keep in mind. I also should be saving. So if I go into shadows, like first off, you'll just see, well, that's for that shadow. So I don't even know what kind of shadow that is. It's not even a layer shading, shadow on, shadow threshold, clip shadow to group. Oh, I forgot that they did that. So blur, I would make it very, very minimal in terms of the blur. The offset, not so far. The shadow color is obviously going to be a darker color. Going to have to bring up the opacity a little bit. Again, this is if you're making everything in Moho. You can't even see that. So let's see what I'm working with first. So shadow. Let's see. Let's add a little bit more blur. Let's make this completely black and a little bit more visible. I don't even know what this is doing. Birds, masking, oops, shadow. I can see another. It's not doing anything. Okay, so I'm not gonna do anything with the shadow. That's not. Oh, I'm getting really weird results now. What is going on? It's showing up as two. I'm getting a thing that's showing up as two different words. Shadow off. Come on. There we go. All right, so I'm not gonna do anything with the shadow. So I got to keep in mind then what I'm gonna do with my background. So, colors that go well with gold. Good old Google. Green. Oh, blue. Let's take a look at the color wheel here. So contrast wise, it's blue, purple. Okay, let's go back to our blues and purples then. Let's try that one more time. So that's gonna be our base color here. Oops. Base color. Purples are kind of dangerous though for what I have the color for that bird. I don't want to go too saturated either. I'll have to work on this as far as what to do for the colors. Oh, you know what? I could do this. Let's try this. So again, I was learning a little bit about blending. So I could create my base and then create a shape. Oh, there they are. Create a shape. Oops. And because we're going to go with the darker color, this should work. Because I think that's the only way that these blending things work. And I'm going to go with I'm just going to go all the way white. And actually that looks kind of good in itself. But anyway, so I'm going to go, once I have everything masked, let's just see how that works. So I'm going to mask everything one more time. Mask, hide all. It's not rendering. What the heck? Mask this layer. I wonder if it just gets to the point where there's just too much. It can't even do it. Dang it. That would have been a good idea. But basically, so I can go into my base and I can go into my blending, set this to multiply. And that's not even working. Let's take the mask off again. Masking off. Okay, and then for this, I just got to create my, let's see, why isn't this working? I'm kind of confused now. Let me look at my scene, because I did it for my scene. So let me go ahead and pull that up. Oops, open. I need to get a new mouse. This thing's a piece of crap. Bird with animation. Okay, that's the animation. I don't want that. Where did I put the scene? Oh, it's under scenes. Whoops, I've been doing this wrong. Oh, that's right. It's got to be over top of everything. Crap. So what I did essentially is I did where is it? Is it this? Is this what it is? I cannot see what's going on. No. Maybe it is. I don't know, I can't tell what is on this. Yeah, it is this one. Okay, so I'll just copy and paste this layer actually, just to see if it works. So up above the actual scene, I'm going to paste a layer. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for more or less, but not for the entire thing. So it would have to go into the TV. Let's see how that works. Okay, so that's not working either because it's for whatever reason showing outside of the TV. Oh, it's because it's not masked. Let's try that again. Mask this. Please work. Okay, now the bird's not even showing up. Mask this layer. I think I just got too much going on with all these masks to even get it to render right. So that won't work. So I'll have to think of something else. Just delete that. Just close that. Don't save. Delete. So I'll probably use that for the color. That's not too bad. So I think that might work, and then I can probably just add some more design to it to make it look a little bit better. So just go add a stroke here. Make it white, completely white. And just bring it in closer. Maybe rotate it a little bit. Again, it's very difficult to try to do design type of stuff in Moho, I believe, because you just don't really have too much flexibility. No, that looks kind of bad. So yeah, so I'll work on the design and stuff outside of this, but for now, this will have to do. So do Control C, Control V. Just use that design up here. Let's rotate that. Yeah. So now when that mask works, let's see if I probably need to change the color again.
Next up on Dancing with the Bird.
No, that works. Okay. Yeah, so that's that. And let's see what else. I guess the only thing I'm worried about now is making sure that my things mask. Because if they don't, then I have to have this zoomed in the entire time, and that's probably TV mask this layer. Okay, let's see what's inside of this. So this doesn't need to be masked, but it doesn't give me the option to unmask it. No masking. Oops, oops, oops. That does need a mask. What am I doing? That needs a mask. This does not need a mask, but it doesn't give me the option. So I think it goes for everything. So don't mask this layer. What needs to be masked is everything inside of here. Hide all. Oh, was it just not set? No? That's really weird. I don't know. I'm just getting really weird results right now. It's not even working properly. Ah, bummer. Okay. Oh, this is really weird. Announcer, yeah, take the announcer mask off. Okay, so basically for this whole scene then, it's just going to be zoomed in to basically the entire thing, which is going to look kind of dumb. Not even that is masking. Good grief. What is going on? Oh, the mask is, the base itself is off. I guess at this point it doesn't matter what's popping out of the TV. I can move the TV up. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's move my camera up. Let's try to just get everything of the TV inside of this window if I can. Nope. I cannot see what I'm doing. What the heck? I don't even think it's necessary. Alright, I'll just have it zoomed in all the way. So more or less, this is what we'll be looking for this scene. Once I get all the kinks ironed out or see if I can fix anything, this is what it'll look like. So let's go ahead and let's export this out. Export animation. Let's see, TV. What did I call this? Announcer test or something or another? I don't know. Doesn't really matter. Just go ahead and hit OK. All right, so that's going to render out. That'll probably take a while because there's a little bit more to that. But yeah, I wish I knew why the masks weren't working. That'd be nice if they did work. Just go ahead and create a new thing here. Alexa says, how many times have you been here? A lot. This is the 11th day, but not in a row. I was going in a row. I was 10 days in a row, but I just got way too busy in life to be able to have time to do this. So got a little bit of time tonight to work on this. Hopefully it was helpful for those of you that are watching. I'm going to get this rendered out. We're going to take a look at it, see how it looks, and then anything that I need to fix I'll work on off stream, but we'll just see what the end result looks like, and hopefully it looks okay. Yeah, because I'm kind of disappointed about the limitations of what I can do with masks. Unfortunately, I can't do a lot, so it'll take a lot of creative thinking to think of how I can do this to make it look better. So all we got right now is just the
Next up
logo.
On Dancing with the Birds, we're going to take a look at the red cap mannequin, known for its signature Michael Jackson moonwalk.
The text is in front of the bird himself, which looked dumb. So, hopefully this stays in place. Nope, I thought so. So yeah, so I'll have to move the text as well, get that fixed. But yeah, I mean the results don't look too bad. Let's watch the video one more time. Desktop. Oops. Quick access.
Next up on Dancing with the Birds, we're going to take a look at the red cap mannequin, known for its signature Michael Jackson moonwalk. Next up on Dancing with the Birds, we're going to take a look at the red cap mannequin,
right now.
known for its signature Michael Jackson moonwalk. Next up on Dancing with the Birds, we're going to take a look at the red cap mannequin, known for its signature Michael Jackson moonwalk.
I'll have to work on it off stream. But yeah, hopefully this was helpful to some of you that are either watching this live now or sometime in the future. It's very difficult to stream this kind of stuff, to be quite honest, but hopefully there's enough good content in there while I'm trying to figure things out live that it's helpful to you in some way. But yeah, that's basically it for tonight. Thanks again for watching, you guys, and I will see you later.